So y'all, it's a story time. I'm Layla. It's a story time, and I'm heated. All right, that's what happens. That's what happens. Okay, because when I get heated, I come here and I explain the tea. Ice, change your life. Highlights. So, as you all know, well, nobody really knows because apparently in his eyes we were nothing, but that's whatever. So, y'all know Layla, I'm such a good person. Like, I'm loyal as a mug. Like, any boy I date can tell you that I'm just the most loyal person. I am just loyal. If I feel like there's no connection, I'm gonna cut it off before you start catching feelings, before I start catching feelings. And like, yeah. So let me tell you about this boy. This boy is not going to be named Jack Jack because I just watched The Incredibles. So Jack Jack, we were in the same. I'm not gonna make it so like he knows what I'm talking about, but he probably knows what I'm talking about. And I still work with him, noted, but it's whatever. So Jack Jack, I saw Jack Jack at our little class that we went to for our summer job. I saw him, he was looking good, he was brushing his hair, all this stuff. Everybody knows I'm addicted to waves. I'm trying to hurry up because my phone's on 10% and I don't feel like getting the charger. Like, it's all the way to the other side of my room. Anyway, so I saw him, he was looking good. Y'all know I'm into football players' ways, but at first I didn't know he was a football player, but I kind of did because, you know, his body shape was like a football player, but that's whatever. Yeah, go with baseball, go with lacrosse, even though he does both of those, but he still counted as a football player because he does football player stuff. Anyway, so I see him, then, like, it's a class before and then a class the next day. So before is where you like learn all this stuff, and then you have to do all this stuff in the water, like the saves and all that stuff. So he was in my class. So we go to the class or whatever. It's like 15 other people in there. It's a really small class. I see him and like we're about to take this test, and they told us to stand against the wall so we wouldn't. That sounds weird, but so we wouldn't see the other person taking their test. So they told us to do that. And then he comments on my Crocs. He was like, "Oh, you play volleyball?" I was like, "What gave it away?" Because I had the little charm on my Croc. I was like, "What gave it away?" And then he was like, the charm on your Croc. And like, he was trying to start a little conversation. He was cute. His smile is cute. Yeah, I really think the thing that really caught me was his hair. Like, his hair is a light brown. And his smile, I mean, like, his teeth are extra white. And his lips are like pink. Like, it's just cute. Okay? It's cute. Alright? So we had a connection then. Then I see, well, like, it's a month or so until you actually start working. So you have to go through this other class. It's called attraction training. So we had to go through that class. I missed that class because my mother made me do something. I forgot what she made me do. So then I got scheduled for like the next month. So he's already working, and I'm just like, I'm just taking the class now when I could have took it a month before, but my mother was tripping. So his best friend, during this time we're not seeing each other, it's like a solid month. So his best friend works with him. He has two best friends that work with him. I was like, okay, they're nice. Anyway, I see her pop up on my Instagram. I follow both of them, because I think I saw them on Explore or something. Follow both of them. And then I was just like, how am I finding this dude's Instagram followers, and found his Instagram. Then I followed him, and then he popped up in my DMs. Your girl was happy. Your girl was about to jump off roofs. Like, I didn't know what to say. We started small talk, whatever. I hate when dudes say, "What's up with you?" Because, like, what's up with you could mean so many things, but I knew what it meant. But I just want to start a conversation. You know what I mean? So then he gives me his number. He was like, we should FaceTime, all this stuff. We start clicking, getting to know each other more. And y'all, from the first moment, I knew he was different, but I thought he was different in a good way at first, and then it turned into a bad way. So dude, like, he doesn't trust anybody. He doesn't like people all in his business. Like, he just holds all the stuff in. And that was my main problem with him, because, like, if you have a boo, a girlfriend, or whatever, you need to talk about your situation and all this stuff. And that's what broke us apart, because I knew that would break us apart. So I felt like we just had communication issues because he does not answer text as fast as he needs to. Like, y'all, I would answer a text fast just because I know that he wouldn't answer if I took a long time. Which was really bad. Like, I was putting him before I put myself, and that's the problem I have with relationships. And that's not good. So, where was I? We, started talking more, got to know him more, started liking him more. Then, like, I kind of grew attached to him. There was this thing that popped up with his ex-girlfriend. So his ex-girlfriend's friend DM'd me and was like, basically saying, don't go with him, don't do all this stuff. And I was just like, I text him, cause like, y'all, the thing with my last relationship that broke us apart was it wasn't the communication, it was like me blaming him for stuff. So I didn't blame him for stuff, I just asked him a question. So I text him asking him a question, cause she said something like, they just broke up, all this stuff. I text him, I said, you alright, you okay? He was like, what do you mean? Then I was like, from your breakup. Okay, so like I was throwing hints, but I was asking him questions instead of blaming. So he told me the whole story of how his ex-girlfriend stalks her, all this stuff, right? And I buy it. I buy it. Like, I buy it. What's stupid? I buy it. But I'm not blaming him for that because his ex-girlfriend is a stalker. Like, she's a stalker. She's a stalker. But, yeah. What happened after that? Oh, let me tell you the situation that really... Okay. So, this dude basically asked me out July 2nd. And I remember that day because he was like, do you want to be my girlfriend? All this stuff. And then he started calling me girlfriend. Wake me up in the morning. Good morning, girlfriend. You know, I'm doing that stupid stuff. Good morning, boyfriend. Like, everything was all butterflies and freaking pancakes. Anyway, so we was all cool until it's like probably the 10th. And my friend walks up to me. His name gonna be Violet. His name gonna be Violet. Anyway, so Violet walks up to me and Violet was like, I asked him, were you guys talking? And he said, no, we aren't. Or like dating, talking. I'm gonna say that means the same thing. But he was like, I asked you, were y'all dating? And he was like, no, all this stuff. And I said what I said. I was
like, he probably doesn't want people in his business because he really, like, keeps stuff to himself. And
that's what broke us apart. But I was just like, let me just talk to him when I get home, all this stuff. But I started seeing distance because, like, I texted him that morning and I was like, it seems like something's off because like he would take a day and not FaceTime me or anything. If we're in a relationship or something, I want to be FaceTime every night type stuff. Like, I want to be FaceTime like almost 3 times a day if you're not doing nothing. Like, if you're home from work, FaceTime me. Like, I'm cool with you FaceTime me on my breaks. Like, yeah, the number one thing I need is attention. If you're not going to give me attention, then there's no point of us dating or talking or any of that, okay? So just know, if you're not going to give me attention, then no, okay? So my friend tells me that. I'm just like, oh, he probably doesn't want people in his business. So I text him that night. I was like,
are we dating?
He was like, you should already know that. And I was like,
I know, because he was saying stuff and you're saying different.
But I'm thinking that we are. He was like, we are, question mark? Oh, when did that happen? Yeah. He said something, when did that happen? I said July 2nd. I was like, July 2nd? What do you mean? And then, yeah, yada, 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 all this stuff. I'm thinking we're dating, talking. I'm thinking we're together. I'm thinking we're one. And this dude is over here like, I never did that. What? I was so like, oh my gosh. But then I'm glad it was like only 8 days of us dating or something crazy like that. Because I was just like, God told me. God told me. God told me. Y'all, he told me Then the next day, I see him post on his story. He never posts on his Insta story. He was
like, I really like this girl.
All this stuff. So that caught me off guard.
I was just like, yeah, this boy not messing with me. I thought we could fix something. Nah, he's just not messing with me. I'm just like, dang, I really like this dude. Like, I really spent time talking to him. We talked for at least a month.
Like, I was 100 with him and he was 50 with me. That's bold. That's really bold. And then what else? There was one more thing. Oh, yes. Then the other day he calls me, like right after this whole situation happens, he calls me. He was like, I was like,
What do you want?
And then he was like, I can't call you.
Ice, change your life. Highlights. Keep a 2, 2, 3 and still fight.